Ladies and gentlemen, this is Tommy Pie. Welcome back to another Origins mod video. So today I'm going to be ranking the 3 Origins from the Extra Origins mod, which is basically an add-on for the original Origins mod. So I find it annoying when YouTubers have a really long intro, but I'd appreciate it if you subscribed if you're interested in the Origins mod. I usually do content on another mod, so if you're only here for the Origins content, I made a playlist which has all of my Origin mod content in it. So let's begin the list. Please respect, this is my opinion, and instead of disliking this video just because you think my opinion is wrong, please comment where you've gone wrong and just maybe your opinion overall, as I'm always interested in other people's opinions, and I do want to make an updated version of this video at some point, and they really help. So in third place, I've decided to rank the Inchling. Now these little Inchlink things are incredibly fun to play as, they have some brilliant features. As you can tell, they are 4 times smaller than a regular player, but this also means they have half health. On top of this, they have less arm range, so this is for breaking blocks, placing blocks, and even attacking entities. As you can see here, they are immune to thorns and velocity based damage. They require less food to keep going. They can also climb walls, just like arachnids. So now for the analysis part of this origin. So I'm instantly noticing that the small hitbox is going to be great in PvP, as people are going to struggle to hit you, and despite your small attack range, I think you're still going to be able to hit them. Escaping is also going to be great because of these 1-block holes. You know, you could build a hole going this way for hundreds of blocks. And, you know, a player that is usually 2 blocks tall, it's going to be hard for them to catch you, really, isn't it? And that's kind of what the origin is about, really. Escaping, isn't it? You kind of want to make incredibly hidden bases and have great escape routes to basically escape from anything that's bothering you. But talking to PvP, having half health really reduces the full potential of this origin. Then again, you are immune to thorns. The little thing I noticed about this origin is that you can't stack below yourself. And that would make sense because you're not even the size of 1 block. But this is going to make it harder to build houses, I think. And you know, exploring things like the nether, sometimes you need to stack up. It's going to be very unpractical not being able to stack up blocks. But the thing is, with being so small, is that you can make brilliant bases. Little tiny 1-block bases. This isn't really 1 block, this is just a stupid little thing I made for a video. But of course, this base is just a terrible example because once you turn on fancy trees, you're screwed. This base is really ineffective. Having less appetite is a pretty big advantage, I must say, and it kind of makes it more opposite to the shulk, and it basically is the opposite of a shulk, if I'm honest. You know, shulks are made out to be bigger, they have more protection, inchlings have half protection, and they require less food because they're smaller, while shulks are supposedly, you know, more tanky. They require more food to keep them going. But overall, playing as an inchling is a big game changer, and there are tons of fun things you can do with it, like 1-block minecarts. Great ways of escaping. Now this no full damage ability actually works really well with elytras because it means you could just go straight down to land. No harm done. So in second place, I have decided to rank the Piglin origin. Now these guys will naturally spawn in the nether. They deal 75% more damage with crossbows. They can only eat meat, so no vegetables. Piglins do not naturally attack you unless you attack them. However, Piglin brutes don't care. They have 2 less health than humans, and when they stand next to Soulfire, they actually get weakness 3. Golden armor provides additional protection, and golden tools do more damage, like a sword. On top of this, they have more durability, and with the sword and axe, they have unlimited. When wearing netherite armor, you get a slight speed boost. However, if you're a piglin and you're using equipment that's not either made of gold or netherite, then it's going to break faster. And finally, you get homesick, meaning when you're outside the nether, you can have slowness 2, become undead, and be immune to fire. You're also going to be shaking a lot like this. So moving on to the analysis. Firstly, the homesickness perk is a huge disadvantage and will keep you in the nether most of your life. I say most of your life, probably all of your life. You're really going to suck in the overworld with slowness. And you're not specialised for the resources in this dimension either. Now, it's going to be pretty easy to get gold in the nether, so being specialised in using gold equipment is going to be a huge advantage. Now, gold picks are incredibly fast, and it's going to make mining netherite a lot easier, meaning the perk of golden equipment lasting longer is going to really help your other abilities. The speed you gain from netherite armor nearly cancels out the homesickness effect you get, which is the slowness, and in the nether you are pretty damn fast, and because you're going to be spending a lot of time in the nether, it'd be worth getting soul speed in your netherite boots, and this will make you incredibly fast in Soul Sand Valley. Because I'm not being attacked by piglins, the nether is a much less dangerous place. However, the main hazard in the nether is the lava. which Blazeborns love. The extra damage with a crossbow is a huge advantage. I mean, 75% more damage, that is a lot of damage. But you know, having 2 less hearts than a human is really going to affect the brute force that this thing can deliver. Being a carnivore and scared of soulfire won't really be a disadvantage unless someone covers your base in soulfire, but overall it's a great experience surviving in the nether, and it's a nice twist to the game. So in first place I picked the Floran. Now the Floran has an ability called Green Thumb, and it basically means they can grow plants at the cost of some of their food by pressing G, as you can see. You know, they can grow all the crops, they can grow trees and all that. So Florans cannot consume anything to saturate themselves except honey and the sun. I honestly thought there were 2 suns right there. And I mean, they obviously can't consume the sun, but when the sun's out, they're actually saturated by it. It's an ability called photosynthesis. And they don't need to eat anything, they just stand here out in the sun, unlike PC gamers. They deal twice as much damage in water, but deal twice as much damage from fire. Florans will receive slowness if they are in a biome that's too hot or cold. So snow biomes, deserts, and actually acacia biomes as well. There are probably many more. But anyway, like the other 2, analysis. So the Green Thumb ability would actually work really well if you're teamed with a Shulk. As you know, Shulks require more food, and because you can literally grow food with your hand. Oh shoot, I just lost all my hunger. Let's look at the sun for a little bit. There you go. They're going to be able to supply the Shulk with all the food they need. And Florans can't actually eat the food that they grow because they can only eat honey bottles in the sun. And that's going to make a Floran teaming with the Shulk even better, besides the Shulk being an absolute unit. Dealing 2 more damage in the water is going to work well for aquatic mobs, and sometimes even taking out Merlings, which yeah, that's never going to happen. But the real big advantage of the Floran is the photosynthesis ability. This is really going to help PvP in daytime because you've got constant saturation, meaning you'll regenerate faster. Let's see how fast we regenerate this health I've just lost. It's pretty fast compared to a normal player. However, this does mean honey bottles only. Now, receiving slowness in too hot or too cold biomes is only really going to be a disadvantage if you're in the biome, obviously. But just avoid the biomes. Never build your base there. I mean, it would suck if you need to raid a base in that biome, but you know, this is a weakness, so deal with it. Taking twice as much damage from fire could be a big problem if you're fighting someone that is experienced with lava, or if you just fall into lava in general. It would be very wise to carry a water bucket everywhere. I mean, I do anyway, but I think it'd also be pretty important to bring fire resistance with you everywhere as well, and always drink it before facing anyone else in combat. Because lava is effective in PvP anyway, but if you're taking twice as much damage from it, you're going to be an extremely killable origin. But mind you, you do regenerate a lot faster in the sun. But anyway, I think that sums it up for this video. Please leave your thoughts in the comments and have a nice day.